Hi, can you hear me? I think someone has joined. If you can hear me, can you just let me know? Because we are live. If you can hear me, can you just let me know so that we can start? If you can hear me, just let me know, please. Lovely, lovely. Let's just give it a few seconds for others to join. Just remind somebody that we are live because today is going to be so exciting. So remind somebody that we are live. So we'll start in a few minutes. Just remind somebody that we are live. It's so hot in England. God. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, just let me know you can hear me. Maybe tell me, yes, tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what city, what country and city you're watching from. Yeah, just tell me what country and city you're watching from. Then I'll know that you can hear me, and then I can know where everyone is joining from. It is so hot in the UK right now. Let me know where you're watching from. What country are you watching from? What city are you watching from? What country are you watching from? What city are you watching from? If you have not invited somebody to this live, you are wrong. You need to invite someone. Awesome. Someone from Garua. Hi. Hello. If you haven't invited somebody to this live, you're wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. Just let me know where you are watching from. When you join, please let me know where you're watching from, guys. We're about to start. Yaoundé, lovely. 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 Have you invited somebody? Have you invited? I feel like singing. Have you invited somebody? Let me know where you're watching from, guys. Once you join, please let me know where you're watching from. What country? What city? What country? What city? Hi guys, invite someone here because we are about to start. We are about to start. And if you're a flourisher here, if you're in the flourish code, just write that I am a flourisher. Write it there that I am a flourisher because flourishers are listening to these things very differently. Very, very differently. So if you are a flourisher, that means that you're part of our flourish code community. Clock it. Just share with us in the comment section that I'm a flourisher. I am a flourisher. Have you invited somebody, guys? All you need to do is just share the link to your status. Share the link to your status and invite somebody. Share the link to your WhatsApp status. Share a link to one of those groups that you are in. And let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Where are you joining from? I'm seeing people on the live. Where are you joining from? Let me know. I really want to know. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. I really want to know where you are joining from. We've seen Cameroon, Garoua, Yaoundé. Where are you joining from, guys? Where are you joining from? Just a couple more minutes and we're going to start this. And it's really just an interactive session, right? It's not as if it's not as if it's some lecture session. So I need you guys to be active. I need you guys to be giving me ginger. You know what it means to be giving somebody ginger? I need you guys to be giving me ginger. Yay, flourisher in the house. What somebody watching Pompamenda? Love it. Love it. So watching Pompamenda. So I need you guys to be giving me ginger on this live. You need to be active participants. Active participants. So I've been planning this live for a while. I almost not do it. It's not because of the topic. The topic is I watched 10 hours of African relationship advice. And we're here to react to the pieces of advice that gets thrown around the internet, right? Because some of it is a little toxic. Some of the advice that's just being thrown out there, I'm like, people are really listening to this kind of advice and basing their whole lives off of this advice. It's well. Yeah, somebody watching from Canada. I think you guys be giving me ginger in this live, okay? Lovely. Yes, I'm seeing some flourishes. Okay. So that there's some piece of advice that just gets thrown out there on the internet. And I'm like, why don't we react to the piece of advice? So I'm not here to be saying that this one is correct, this one is wrong, this one is this advice is no, we're here to analyze the advice together. So I'm just going to be sharing the piece of advice that I've come across. I'm not going to be sharing the piece of advice that I've come across, and we're going to analyze the advice together. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Okay, because there's some piece of advice that have been thrown everywhere. I'm like, Some people are just receiving piece of advice left, right, center, and running their lives with it. Hey, Dan. Lovely to see you. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I've collected 10 pieces of advice about relationships, about toxic people, and about how to handle difficult situations, all from like the African setting. Okay, because these are mostly Africans that are speaking from African pages, African influencers, and they're actually things that are being shared right now, right? Things that people are building their lives on. And we are going to go through every single one tonight. And then I'm going to, I'll speak the advice out, right? And you're going to vote in the comments. Are you guys ready to do this? You have to vote in the comments. Every piece of advice that I say, that I share here, you have to vote. Everybody has to vote in the comments, right? and then I'm going to give my honest reaction. I've not had the time to go through all of these pieces of advice. I've just collected them. So you'll be seeing my honest reaction as I try to process through the pieces of advice and know what it's really about. Okay. Are you guys ready to vote? Because there are three votes. Okay, there are three ways that you can vote. Yeah, I said I need you guys to be giving me ginger today. See, I need this audience to be ready. I need this audience to be ready. You guys cannot come and be stand on this live and just be listening. No. Yeah, your fingers are supposed to be typing as we are going. Be telling me that you're listening, be telling me that you get it, or you tell me that you don't really quite understand. Let's do this. So there are three ways that you can vote. Not three ways that you can vote, three votes that you can make. So if I give any piece of advice, you can either say the advice is gold, right? So it's giving. The advice is giving. That means that the advice is genuine. It means I can genuinely help somebody, and that is advice that you can take for yourself. It sounds good. That one is gold. Okay. So if I give another piece of advice and you find that it sounds like wisdom, there is not really wisdom, it's not really giving, then you say dangerous. Okay. So there's gold, then there's dangerous. So advice that sounds nice, but it can keep you, it can destroy you, even though it sounds right. Okay. And then the last one is run. So gold, dangerous, run. So if you are saying run, it means that this advice is terrible. Okay. It's not protecting the person, it's hurting the person, and it's just time to throw it out the window. Are we ready? Are we on this? Are we getting, if you're with me, let me know that you're with me. If you are with me, let me know that you're with me. Gold, dangerous, run. Those are the three votes that we have. Gold, dangerous, and run. Okay. If you guys are with me, let me know that you are with me. Let me know that you are with me, guys. I'm about to give the first piece of advice that gets thrown around on the internet. So if you're with me, let me know that you're with me. All right. I'm seeing very ready. Yes, ready. You guys should give me ginger. Oh, okay. Someone, one more person, at least one or two more people need to comment. If not, I'm not giving their advice. So, if not, I'm not giving this advice. 3 ways to vote, or 3 votes to make. Gold, that the advice is gold. It's giving, clock it. You can say dangerous. That means And then the last one is run. Run means that is a red flag, total red flag. The advice is dangerous. The third one is, somebody said I haven't understood the third one. The third one is run, means the advice, anybody that gets the advice should run from that advice. Run from the advice. Does that make sense now? Let's be sure that we have gotten it so that we can do this. Are we together? Okay, let's start. I hope that is clear now. Just so that we are sure. I hope that one is clear. Awesome. Okay. So the first piece of advice is this. Okay. Imagine that somebody is giving you this piece of advice. I will have heard it so often, right? Well, I've heard it in so many places. I've heard it so often. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Not after the apology, not after the flowers, not after I promise I will change. The first time. So what the advice is saying, that if somebody just shows you who they are, they do something, believe them the first time. Stop convincing yourself that what you saw wasn't real. Trust your eyes. Trust what you witnessed. What do we think about this advice? Hello? Yes, somebody watching from Garua. I love it. Well, actually, I have 2 people watching from Garua now. Have you guys heard that piece of advice? Have you guys heard it, or should I repeat it? Okay. Have you guys heard it? So that I can start getting your opinions. Is it gold? Like, is giving? Clock it. So is it gold? Is it dangerous? Like, sounds like wisdom, but or is it run? Like, that's terrible advice. Terrible advice. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? We have to be in the comments. We have to be in the comments. Let's keep this rolling. What do we think? Or should I repeat it? If you haven't heard it, just let me know, and I'm going to repeat it. If you missed it, and if you're just joining us, we are ranking some of the most common pieces of advice around relationships and toxic people and stuff like that that are being thrown around in the African space. So from African influencers, from African channels and stuff like that. So we are ranking it gold, dangerous, or run. Okay, and I'm waiting to get you guys' feedback on this first piece of advice. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. I can't see anything so far. Or am I the one who is missing? What do you guys think, guys? Should I repeat it? The advice says, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Not after the apology, not after the flowers, not after the I promise I'll change. The first time. Your job is not to convince yourself that what you saw wasn't real. Trust your eyes. Trust what you have witnessed. This one, I don't hear anybody say anything. There's no wrong answer. Oh. Hey, you are thinking about writing an exam. We're not writing an exam. We're not writing an exam. We're not writing. Everyone waiting for somebody to first of all say their own side of copy. Hey, Africans. This is what we are talking about. These are the issues. Okay, somebody says dangerous. Okay, now I need to see other people's opinions so that we can rank who is winning. Okay, somebody says dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody says dangerous. Any other opinions? I'm not writing exam. No be exam. Because some people are calculating. Should I? No be exam. Just say what comes to your mind. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. And I feel like people are going for dangerous because it's somewhere in the middle, It's somewhere in the middle. I think we'll remove dangerous because dangerous is just somewhere in the middle. You can be like, neither here nor there. No, it's a bit there. Okay, can really see a couple of dangerous. It's about two or three people with dangerous so far. What are the others saying? Come on, guys, let's do this, okay? What are the others saying? It is not an exam, Sha. It's not an exam, okay? It's not an exam. You don't need to calculate and say the right thing. There's no right answer. As long as you can defend what you are saying, there's really no right answer. Okay. Is there any other? Okay, somebody goes with dangerous. Somebody says run. Clock it. Somebody says good. That is good, right? Gold. I guess you're saying gold. Times that advice is good. Love it. I was beginning to think everyone will just go for dangerous. It's like we remove that dangerous aspect because it's like it's in the middle. Okay. So as for this piece of advice, let me just tell you guys what I think. Okay, I'm reading the comments and I'm seeing a lot of dangerous. I think one person has said good, one person has said run. So I've seen that everybody's on like a spectrum. There are different opinions. Everybody has an opinion. Some people think that this is really good advice. Other people think that it is dangerous. In fact, those who are saying danger, if I just defend your opinion, yeah, in one sentence, defend your opinion, so that I'm not assuming that I know why you are giving the answer that you are giving. Just defend your opinion. In one sentence, one or two sentences, why have you given the response that you have given? Okay, let's go. So why have you given the response that you have given, guys? So I'm not assuming. Let me not assume that people are saying this because of that, or they are saying that because of this. By the way, have you shared this link to somebody? If you have not shared this link on your status or your WhatsApp status, you're wrong. You're wrong. If you guys have started calculating again before writing your reason, I'm not moving forward if people don't write their reason. So I won't say anything. Okay, so this is dangerous because yes, believe people's actions, but give them grace. The first time is too soon to conclude. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. I see. Okay. Anybody else? I'll say I'm not moving forward if people are not justifying their responses because why? Why? Okay, guys, I'm looking. I'm waiting. Just tell me why you gave the response that you gave. Those who said run, why did you say run? Why should you run? Those who said good, why are you saying good? Other people who said dangerous, why are you saying dangerous? Why are you saying dangerous? Why are you saying dangerous? I'm not moving if people don't respond. Oh, ha ha. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Guys, tell me. I need at least one or two more people to give their responses. Okay. Like I'll go and leave you guys and come back. It's like I'll go and leave you guys and come back. Oh, let me go and be handling my stuff. Because I am not moving without our responses. Okay. Somebody says dangerous because we interpret people's actions from our own experience. It's very easy to misinterpret someone's actions. That is actually so sound. That's giving. That's giving. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. So I'm not going to give my opinion, right? And this whole idea of believe them the first time was first said by Maya Angelou. Okay. I'm sure many of us here know who Maya Angelou is, right? But it has actually been misquoted and it has been misunderstood ever since. So I'm just going to clarify what it actually means and what Maya Angelou was actually saying. She was not saying if someone makes a mistake, abandon them immediately. That's not what she was saying. She wasn't saying that people cannot grow, people cannot change. She was not saying that there's no space for grace. Somebody mentioned grace. What she's actually trying to say is that when someone shows you a pattern, emphasis on the word pattern. When someone shows you a pattern, when someone shows you who they are, you're not defined by one single action. Listen, you're not defined by a single action or a single mistake. That's why I always talk about self-awareness and noticing things. When something becomes a pattern, that's when it becomes problematic. That's when it becomes literally part of your identity. Because that's what shows who you are. So one mistake doesn't define you. But if something is becoming a pattern, that's no longer one mistake. That's no longer just a mistake. That's an identity issue. So Maya Angelou was not saying that if somebody makes one mistake, oh yeah, I'm out. Oh yeah, I'm out. No. What she's saying is that if someone shows you a pattern of behavior, what the person is actually showing you who they are beneath all the apologies and the good moments. That's what you have to believe. Okay. So you just in those moments, don't convince yourself out of the pattern that you are clearly seeing. Don't convince yourself out of a pattern. If there's a pattern of negativity and toxicity, then there's a problem. Then you need to be thinking about how am I make you go your way, make I go my way. Okay. Don't explain it away because when you're always trying to justify, you're always justifying negative patterns. It's not, if there's a pattern, it has to be addressed. When you keep justifying it, you prevent it from being addressed. I was saying that it's not going to a lecture, but here I am sort of lecturing. I can't help it, guys. Sorry. So don't explain it away because you love the person. Okay. You have to address patterns. If it's a single mistake, fine, we move. But if it's a pattern, don't convince yourself that no, it's nothing. No, it's not that important. Because what you allow is what will continue. If you're allowing a pattern, the pattern is going to continue. Don't wait for another incident or incident number 12 to then decide that no, okay, it's too much. When there's a pattern, address it. And there's actually some kind of psychology behind this, right? And this is what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. So it's a discomfort that we feel when what we know conflicts with what we want. So it's called cognitive dissonance. What you know conflicts with what you want. So we want that relationship to be a healthy relationship. We want it to be a good relationship. So we interpret what we see as less serious than what it is. Because our brain doesn't like it, it literally causes something called psychological discomfort. You want something, you want it to be healthy, but it's not being healthy, it's not being the way you've ever always dreamt for it to be. And because your mind doesn't want that conflict, it begins to downplay the person's actions. So it's not such a big deal. It's not that important, okay? So this advice, right, that was originally given by Maya Angelou, is about challenging that belief, challenging your interpretation of what happened the first time. Your interpretation of what happened the first time was probably accurate, right? So from a faith perspective, also Proverbs 27 verse 12 says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge." If you're in a toxic relationship, toxic situation, please take refuge. Take refuge. Take refuge. It is wisdom to take refuge. Okay. It is because many of us think that somebody is pointing a gun at you, and then you stand there saying that no, I will love you. What's that movie? I will love you. No, I will stand by you. I will go with you to the ends of the earth. What's that movie? Somebody is pointing a gun at you, and you think that it is love to stay in a place that is destroying you. No, you can love from afar. Okay, if there's a pattern. So for this advice, my own judgment is that is good advice. Okay, it's gold. It's just that we should interpret it the right way. We should interpret it the right way. To me, it's really, really good advice. Okay, to me, it's under gold. It's giving gold. But those who said dangerous, you totally understand. It's literally you're saying the same thing as me. You're saying this is good advice, but be careful about it. Interpret it the right way. So that was well done. Well done. Are we ready for the next one? Are we ready for the next one? Are we ready for the next piece of advice? Guys, if you guys are not here with me, I'm not going to I'm not going to go and sit me down. I'm just going to go and sit me down. Yes, so to me it's gold. To me, it's really good advice. If someone shows you who they are, and by who they are, it means their patterns. Their patterns. That's who a person's one-time mistake is not a pattern. It can happen to anybody, but when something becomes a pattern, careful. Stop deceiving yourself. Okay, let's go to the next one. So advice number two says, a relationship that consistently costs you your peace, your confidence, your sense of self, your joy, your health is not love. A relationship that consistently costs you your peace, your confidence, your sense of self, your joy, your health is not love. It is a debt. And you are allowed to stop paying that debt. Are we getting it? Or should I repeat it? Oh yeah, let me get your feedback. Is it gold? Is it dangerous or is it run? Gold, dangerous or run? Let me hear from us. Let me hear from us. Let me repeat this. Let me repeat this. A relationship that consistently costs you your peace, your confidence, your sense of self, your joy, and your health, that relationship is not love. That is not love. It is a debt. And you are allowed to stop paying that debt. I'm seeing one gold. I'm seeing one gold. What's the others think? Let me be getting your responses, guys. Give me 30 seconds, okay? Let me be getting your responses. By the time I'm just moving to the left, one meter away. So when I'm back, I should be seeing responses. So, and anyway, justify your response, right? Let's do this. Justify your response. Give your response and justify your response. Justify your response. Someone is asking that run from the advice. If you're saying run, it means that advice is bad advice. Okay. So you're saying run, you're saying the advice is wrong advice, is a bad advice. Okay, so that's let me repeat the vote, right? Gold means is good advice, dangerous means and then run means bad advice. But run from the person giving the advice. But I totally get what she's saying. I totally get what she's saying. I think she means run from the relationship, yes. So is that, let me see, are there other responses? Satan and Tan in debt. Does anybody else have a different opinion? I've seen gold, I've seen run. What do we think? I say I'm not moving. I'm not moving if we don't give our responses. I ain't moving forward. I ain't moving forward. I need like two more responses. I need like two more responses before I move. I have 10 pieces of advice here. What's on the second one? Hey God, do I beg. What's on the second one? Somebody says, I think that translates to cheating relationships. Yes, because it costs cheaters their confidence. Somebody says that relationship is too expensive. Yeah, you're paying too high to be in it. And I totally agree. I think this one, I totally agree, guys. I totally agree. I totally agree. Because there's a difference between a relationship that costs you, that takes something from you, and one that destroys you, right? One that takes not just your time and energy, the way a meaningful relationship, because it's not as if relationships don't cost us, right? Relationships cost us. They cost you your time. You have to show up. You have to invest in the relationship. Relationship costs us our energy. You have to invest energy in relationships. Sometimes it may cost you your money. You have to buy gifts and stuff like that. Whether the relationship is like a romantic relationship or it's a platonic relationship, relationships cost us. But there's a difference between a relationship costing you in the way that relationships should cost us and a relationship destroying you. Okay, so it's not just taking your time and energy, it's taking away your identity. No, you're paying too high now. It's taking away your peace. It's taking your health. For some people, it's even taking their sense of what is real. You begin to even doubt your own reality. And the use of the word debt here is very intentional. Okay, debt is when you are consistently giving out more than you are receiving. That's why I use the word debt. You're consistently giving out more than you are receiving. And the scary thing about debt is that you can stay in it so long that you forget what it felt like to not be in debt. Ah, have you ever been constantly in a debt that you don't even know you you don't even know what it feels like to not be owing anybody? You don't even know what it feels like to not be owing anybody anything. So some people get into this kind of relationships, and I'm not just talking about uh, uh, romantic relationships, right? Many of us get into all kinds of relationships where it has become the norm. You don't even know what it feels like anymore to be in a healthy relationship. That does become part of your life. Consistently giving more than you are receiving. You're just in a chronic state of debt. You have normalized the deficit. And it gets to the point where you forget who you were before the relationship. You forget what it feels like to wake up and not have the discomfort and not have that lack of peace. You don't even know what peace feels like anymore. So let me, as usual, give you the psychology behind this. Okay, you guys know that I'm a psychology person, so the psychology behind this is under the concept of chronic stress in relationships. So you're constantly walking on eggshells in the relationship. You're anticipating the other person's mood. Have you ever been in a relationship where you have to anticipate the person's mood? How will this person's mood be today? How will this person react today? How will this person, oh, let me be careful what I say. I should say it be like this. You need to calculate every move. You need to calculate in fact, even your own thoughts. You have to be calculating your own thoughts. God does not require you to be destroyed as the price of love. Clock it, and that's on period. God does not require you to be destroyed at the price of love, as the price of love. Any kind of any relationship that is destroying you in the name of love. Attend our course. We have a course coming up, how to flourish even in a toxic environment and with toxic people. Attend our course. That's all I'm going to tell you, because it's not even as simple as just saying leave. That's why the title of the course is intentional. How to flourish even in a toxic environment with toxic people. It's not as simple as leaving. You can leave a toxic relationship and the toxic relationship has not left you. You can leave a toxic relationship and the toxic relationship has not left you. So you go about carrying the enmeshment with that person, even if you're miles away from them, even if you're broken up with them, you're still carrying the relationship within you. So it's not about just leave. It's not about just leave. Oh. It's not be so that you do. Have you ever wondered even why people that are in toxic relationship, you will see relationship that is so toxic, and you are like, does this girl not have sense? It's deeper than just leave. Just leave. It's not as easy as just leave. It's not as easy as just pack your things and go. Are you not seeing that this person is destroying you? That's the advice I also was give now. Just leave now. Just leave. It's not about just leaving. Let me say that again. God does not require you to be destroyed as the price of love. God does not require your destruction as the price of honor. That some of us are in toxic relationships where what the manipulative tactic that is there is that you must honor me. You must not participate in your own destruction as a proof of honor. Did you hear that? God does not require you to participate in your own destruction as proof of honor. Mm-mm. I don't just say that you go and some people will be like, oh, maybe your own toxic environment is with your boss. I won't say just wake up and say that I quit. I quit. This is a toxic environment. I quit. That's why I'm still coming back to our course, because there's some environments where you still have to manage the situation. You can't just I quit. You're going to starve because who is going to pay you? You should not hear this one and go and say I resign. I quit. I quit. My boss is too toxic. I just quit. Not be so. So please, if you're not registered for our course, how to thrive, how to flourish even in a toxic environment with toxic people, please, you better do. You better do. Okay, are we ready for the next one? Are we ready for the next piece of advice? Are we ready for the next piece of advice? Let me see our feedback. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready, guys? Let me know that we are ready. Let me know that we are ready. Advice number 3. Advice number 3. Advice number 3. Boundaries. This is the advice. Boundaries are rebellion. In an African home, boundaries are rebellion. Boundaries are disrespect. Boundaries are a sign that you have been influenced by whites. Okay. This is the advice. You ever set boundaries and you're like, somebody tell you that is disrespectful now. How can you set a boundary with maybe, for example, your family? How can you set a boundary? So the advice is that boundaries in our African home, boundaries are disrespectful. That is rebellion. Rebellion. That is a sign that you have allowed those whites to influence you. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think, guys? What do we think? And I think that is where things get really interesting. Somebody say everyone in capital letters. I think it's where things get really interesting. I really want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Okay, you don't need to calculate everything you're going to comment, guys. I feel like you guys are calculating what you're going to comment. Just say what you think. The advice is this: in an African home, boundaries are rebellion. It's disrespectful to set boundaries in an African home. The boundaries are a sign that you have been influenced by Western values. What do we think? This is advice that is going around. Oh. Maybe you guys think that people are not giving this advice on social media. This advice is going around. Sometimes even your friend is advising you that how you be setting boundaries, how you be saying that no, you're going to distance yourself from this person at this moment. You're going to I heard my daughter beside me. Mama, How can you be saying that? It's very disrespectful. Somebody say run and just keep running. Yeah, this is where things really get interesting because yeah, yeah. Just tell me why we even say things like this. Somebody says run you all your life. Clock it. I'm not telling people to disrespect their families. I take God beg una. I will never be an advocate of disrespect and dishonor. Never. Never. You see this thing called honor. You see this thing called honor. It's not for people that you honor people. Oh. You honor people because you are yourself honorable. It's not dependent on people. I honor people. If like you can be the worst person, whatever. Me, I'm an honorable person, and I will not stoop to dishonor. Honor is big. Honor will save your life. Honor will help your life. Okay, but there is a question that you need to ask yourself. When we say that boundaries are disrespect, what we're actually saying is that the family members, because in many cases the family member, right, maybe boundaries with family, that is really where it gets tough. What we're actually saying is that the family members' right to treat you however they want is more important than your right to be treated well. Did you get that? When we say that boundaries are disrespect, what we are saying is that that person's right to treat you however they deem fit is more important than your right to be treated well. Is that love? Is that the relationship structure that God designed? Listen, you have the right to say I love you and I will not be destroyed by you. Two truths can coexist. Listen, two truths can coexist. I can love you with all my heart and with all my might, and I can choose not to be destroyed by you. I love you and I will not be destroyed by you. These two things are true at the same time, not an either or. It's not, you don't have to choose between loving the person and being destroyed by them. No, you don't have to choose. It's not an either or situation. You can do both and this and this. And the fact that for some people, this whole advice is even controversial shows that there's an issue, right? There's an issue. And I feel like that is a lot of our cultural influence that sometimes gets in the way. Guys, guys, we are left with like time is going by so quickly. Time is going back. Are we ready for the next one? Are we ready for the next one? What do we think? What are we thinking? Guys, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you're thinking. Are we ready for the next? 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 Are we ready for the next, guys? Let's go for the next one. Let's go for the next one. So the next piece of advice, hey, and I love this one. Hey, God, I beg. The number of times I just want. Listen, this is a piece of advice. If your relationship is calm and quiet, then you need to be worried. Because real love has tension. Real love has fire. Real love has fight. That's how you know that the person loves you. There needs to be tension. There needs to be fire. There needs to be passion. I think I was surprised when I realized that people actually. Let me not. No, I'm not going to give my opinion about this yet. It's okay. Real love has drama. Real love, it has passion. If things are too calm and too quiet, then there's a problem. There's a problem. You should be afraid of a relationship where the guy doesn't want to fight with you, or the lady doesn't want to fight with you. It means that she doesn't really love you. She doesn't want to fight with you. How can she love you? She doesn't want to fight with you. How can he love you if he's not, if one time his head is not going off? There are various versions of this advice. There's another version that says, if a man loves you, he'll beat you. A man cannot love you and not beat you. And these are things that people actually say and actually believe. Like, just thinking about it now, my mind is just going like this, like literally explosion in my mind because Yeah. So is this gold, dangerous, or run? Which one is this? Is it gold, dangerous, or run? Okay. Don't over calculate it. Just tell me what your first thought is. Okay. Somebody says run, run, run. I beg run. Oh. Somebody says, how can real love be boring now? You gotta be something going on at all times. Yes, that's how some people put it now. Like real love cannot be boring now. We need to be we need to be doing ourselves one time. That he loves me. What the others think? If you think that, don't be influenced by my reaction, or I beg. If you think that this is good advice, please let me know. Don't be influenced by my reaction. I was not even supposed to react. Somebody said, another person says run. Hey mama, I'm coming. Guys, my daughter is calling for me because we have to start rounding this up. We have to start rounding this off. Rounding this off, yeah. So somebody says run and don't even look back. No, but somebody think that this is good advice. I beg, oh, don't be influenced by us. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Please speak your truth. Or if you think that this is good advice, if you genuinely think that this is good advice, let us know, and just let us know why. Maybe we're misinterpreting, because people understand things differently. Maybe we're misinterpreting things. So please don't be influenced by anybody here. Speak your truth, guys. Speak your truth. There's a difference between conflict and chaos. There is a difference between conflict and chaos. There's a difference between two people who love each other and have a disagreement, and two people who live in a constant cycle of explosion, making up, explosion, making up. It's two different things, oh. The first one is normal. It's normal. It's human. Hey, mama. Oh. Guys, like I'll do this live with my daughter. Hey, mama. What was I saying? Mama, will you wait for me to finish? Will you wait for me to finish? Yay. I don't know how long I'll be able. I don't know how long I'll be able to hold her. Okay. So I was saying that there's a difference between two people who love each other and have a disagreement, right? And two people who are in chaos. So constant cycles. You know, this relationship is a constant cycle. And when I talk about patterns are important. You see that pattern of we argue, we make up, we argue, we make up. You don't realize how toxic where you are is. That's not how everybody's relationship is. So don't be deceiving yourself. That's how relationships are. That is not how relationships are. Oh. That is not how my relationship is. Oh. That's not how my marriage is. So I beg. The first one is normal, okay? It's human. Two people have different histories, different ways of seeing the world. They are going to disagree. It's normal. It's not drama. That's just life, right? But what this advice is describing is tension. It's talking about fire. It's talking about fighting as proof of love. Nope, that's not what a healthy relationship looks like. Okay. And psychology, back to the psychological aspect of this. There's something called intermittent reinforcement. Reinforcement. You know what this is? When a relationship cycles between pain and relief, between explosion and reunion, the brain starts associating the relief, right? The making up back, where we get back together, we're all lovey dovey. It starts associating the relief with intense pleasure. And the highs feel higher because the lows were low. Are you getting that? The moment of reunion you start experiencing them with a higher height, with more intensity because of how low the moments of disagreement were. And that cycle mimics addiction. That's what addiction is. So people in these relationships often describe their relationships as being passionate. It's a passionate relationship. Passion care. Say passionate. It's an intense relationship. It's really intense. It's really intense, my sister. It's really, really very intense. The kind of intensity that I don't want. It's literally an addictive process that people cannot leave. It's the reason why people in toxic relationships cannot leave the relationships, because of this process. It mimics an addiction. That cycle of up and down, highs and lows. That's why you're in a toxic relationship. You know this relationship is not good for you, but you just cannot bring yourself to leave. You have entered a cycle of addiction. Hey, Vanna. Yay. You have entered a cycle of addiction. Let's round off. Let's end the live. Should we end the live? Should we tell these people that bye bye? Should we tell these people that bye bye? Okay. I'm going to have to complete this live like this. Guys, how many minutes do we have left? Basically 5 minutes. Can I hear what you guys are saying? What are you guys saying in the comments? Listen. Okay. If you're with me, let me know that you're with me. If you are with me, let me know that you are with me. Listen, a secure relationship can feel boring to somebody who grew up in chaos. So if you grew up in a home where there was constant chaos, you now enter a healthy relationship, it can feel boring to you. And that's why this kind of information is important, right? So when you're in that kind of situation, you're able to judge accurately and say, no, this relationship is not actually boring. It seems boring because of where I'm coming from. So you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship and you're constantly waiting for the explosion. You're constantly waiting for the drama. And when it doesn't come, you feel the relationship is dead. The relationship is not really giving. It lacks passion. But what you are calling boring is actually safety, and it is beautiful. Love is safe. Oh. We might argue, we might have disagreements, there might be conflict, there will always be conflict. But at the fundamental level, I know that I am safe. And that is worth everything. That is worth everything. Are we together, guys? Let me know what we're thinking because I have to round this off. We have to round this off because this little girl has decided that she doesn't want again. You don't want again. You don't want again. Are we together, guys? Let me know what we are thinking. Yeah. Hey, Mama. Let me know what we're thinking, guys. Should we take one more? Should we take one more? Or is this good for today? We can always continue this next week. We can always continue this next week. But let me just say, if you have not registered for our course, How to Flourish Even in a Toxic Environment with Toxic People, we are going to leave the how you can join in the description of this video. So feel free to look at that and join. Because I need to leave right now. But are we together? Any final thoughts, guys? Let me hear from you as we round this off because we're out of our 1 hour slots. Hey, Mama, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hi, guys. Let me share. Okay, share one thing that you've learned. This is my audience. Hey, God. Share one thing that you've learned. Let's share one thing that you've learned from this live session. One thing that you've learned from this live session, and I'm going to be out of your faces. I'm going to be out of your faces, and I'm looking so much. I'm so much looking forward to our course that's coming up this July, because it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Just let me know one thing you've learned from this live session. One thing you've learned from this live session. So that I know that I was not just speaking and speaking and speaking. Okay. Yeah. I love that. I can love you, but I can choose not to be destroyed by you. Yep, definitely. I love that. That's powerful. Let's hear from the others. Let's hear from the others. One thing you've learned. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. Yes. What's one thing we've learned, guys? My daughter is asking for one thing that you've learned. I think we'll start giving prizes to active participants. Worth everything, definitely. Okay, guys, thank you. We are out of time. We are out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, madam. Hey, madam. Hey, madam. I'm coming. We're out of time. I'm actually so proud of myself that I was still able to have this live session because I am by myself with two little girls. So thank you so much for showing up. Love is not all about drama. Clock it on period. Love is not all about drama. It's certainly not all about drama, okay? It might seem boring to you because of where you're coming from. It's your trauma response that is perceiving things as boring. Safety is worth everything. Patterns need to be addressed. That one is a big clock it. Patterns need to be addressed. Patterns, don't ignore patterns. If there's one thing you take from this life, do not ignore patterns. Do not ignore patterns. Do not justify patterns. Address them. Deal with them. That's how you break generational cycles. We're always talking about the curse from my father's house, the curse from my mother's house. These are those curses. So those curses are many times patterns, and you have to start addressing them, breaking them, interrupting them. Sometimes it's about allowing the consequence for the pattern. It's about I can't get into breaking generational patterns right now. But yeah, love it, love it, love it. Thank you guys so much. And that is my daughter saying, Mommy, please end that live now. So I'm gonna obey her and leave. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And see you. See you all next Tuesday. This is every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, guys. Bye. Hey,